What is going on, everybody? Today we are joined with our third. We are going to talk some NBA, and let's get right into it. What is going on, spectators? We are back. It is episode 126. It is March 7th, 2022. I cannot believe it is March. We have just tournament NCAA basketball around the corner that I am really excited to talk about pretty much all of next week. We're going to talk more about that then, though, when the tournaments are finished and we know who's in, the brackets are out, all of that will be out, and we'll talk to you guys about that next Monday. But for now, the NBA post All-Star game, there's been some like secret stuff in the water. People have been absolutely popping off, and we're here to talk about it. I'm here in Brooklyn. I'm here with Omar. What's going on, y'all?
Yo. Poppin'.
Yo, what's up?
Yo,
We in the
boys.
building.
So, like I said, people are popping off. We got to see the King, who has been having an unbelievable year, mind you. He might be having a scoring title this year because he's finally eligible for that. There was like most of the beginning of the season he wasn't, and I was like, LeBron's definitely leading the league in scoring. He's finally eligible for that. I think he's right behind Embiid, if I'm not mistaken. He puts up 56 on Saturday. Is he still the best player in the world? Like, is he still the best?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's undeniable at this
You
point.
can't argue it, man.
I mean, what's the list of players who had 50 plus over 30? That's Kobe, MJ,
And Jamal Crawford.
too, which is
Jay
also
Crossover, shout out.
Yeah.
Cool,
I ain't mad at
cool
that.
name to that list.
Yeah.
that's a good list to be on.
Yeah, it's literally just some of the best scorers ever. Jamal
LeBron's the oldest
Crawford.
one. Yeah, he's 30. What is he? 37? Scoring
37 years
56.
old.
Unbelievable.
And it was an efficient 56 too. I think he had like what 64% shooting. You're telling me that if he kept shooting, he probably could have had like 65 on 50%?
Yeah, and you know what the crazy part is? They needed every single point that he scored because
Everything.
they almost lost.
See, you say it's
Yeah.
the crazy thing, but that's the state of the 2022 Lakers. It's not crazy even a little bit.
True.
It makes a lot of sense. They are bad. they are very, very bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's games like that that are gonna keep them in this, right? They're 7 games under 500. And if they're gonna make this play in and maybe make the actual playoffs, LeBron might have to score 56 a night. And if he
He's
does
gonna
that,
have to because it doesn't seem like he's really gonna get that anywhere else outside of Anthony Davis.
whenever he comes back.
Exactly.
Anthony Davis.
Now
That's not it.
I will say I almost got caught the other day. Are you guys familiar with the Twitter account Ballsack Sports?
Blocked him.
Good. It's a great block. That is a fantastic block. They almost got me the other day. It was like Anthony Davis slips and falls in his shower after trying to pick up soap and breaks his other ankle. I was like, and then I saw the ball sack. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, no, ridiculous. He's always hurt, man. He's the Mr. Glass of the NBA. It's ridiculous. And I mean, even when he's not hurt, like, does he even care anymore? Like, there was this one quote in the beginning
Right?
of the season, like, "Oh, I won the chip. I got nothing to prove." Like, honestly, to me, that's just like weak. That's a weak mentality. That's not
Yeah.
Mamba mentality.
Well, and I mean,
Well,
you can say
maybe
that,
again.
right? You can say you have nothing to prove, but like you can still be like, I want more,
Right.
right? I think there is a difference. Like I know Giannis has said that before. He's like, I don't have anything else to prove, but I want to win again.
He wants it again.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm like
he
that's
didn't
sick
say
because
that.
you're right. There's nothing else. But
Yeah, and we've talked about it on the pod before where like people get a taste of that championship, whether you just show up to it or you actually win it. And it's like, all right, I got it. I'm not really that hungry anymore for it. And usually it's like that with young players, but Anthony Davis, you could put him as a vet right now in the league.
Yeah,
Like
oh
it's
yeah.
not like he's a second, third, fourth year player. Like he got pedigree in the league. So for him to come out and feel that way, whether he meant it that way or not, that's tough.
You know you're a veteran when the young
That's
guys you
tough.
got traded for are starting to make all-star games.
Right.
Right? With Randall and Brandon Ingram and
Yeah.
Lonzo's got a big contract now. Like, what's his name?
Well,
Hart's been traded twice now. Like, he's on a third team after that trade. Like, that's when you know you're a vet.
Also, Randall left on his own. He wasn't a part of it. But yeah, I get
Yeah,
I
he
get what
did.
you're
Right before, he was part of that
Yeah.
group though.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't think they make the playoffs. They definitely. I mean, nah. You know what? They'll definitely make in the play-in because Portland's not catching up to them.
No.
No.
Pelicans not really a threat without Zion. So they'll make the play-in, and if LeBron's on your team, you have a chance. So, are they going to go far in the playoffs? No, I think they're first round exit. I think Westbrook is gone. I think Vogel is gone. And I think LeBron's gone in like 2 years.
Oh, okay, 2 years. I was like, oh, already. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like,
The thing is
ooh.
with the Lakers, like you show no urgency at the deadline. You don't make a single move with Vogel when it seems like there just hasn't been any type of real leadership for that team.
I don't agree with that. He won them a championship. I
understand that.
I don't think it's on him.
I
He didn't
think
build this roster.
He didn't, but there's no sense of control by him. You know what I mean? When I see Vogel, I see like he looks like a puppet to me. Like he's getting controlled by Pelinka. You know what I mean? Like the Rob Pelinka and Genie Bus.
Rob Pelinka is another thing, and I said this in the group chat a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. They just need to blow up the whole thing, sell the team, and it's not a sense of like.
Serious? They got LeBron.
I think so, bro. I understand that, but after LeBron leaves, what are the Lakers gonna have? If they don't win a chip in the next 2 years at minimum, maybe 3 with LeBron the whole time, what do the Lakers have?
Nothing.
Negative future.
So it's like, what are you gonna do with that? And with Genie Bus owning the team, it hasn't really been going well. Rob Pelinka, the moves he's made have been questionable at times.
Well, I mean,
we say questionable, but they won a championship.
Absolutely.
That's what everybody wants. Like we sit here and we call certain GMs like smart. Like we call the Philly GM like smart because he's out here getting all these random superstars. And same thing with I don't know why I'm blanking everybody's name, but the guy over in Boston, and I think it's their old coach is the GM now, right?
Yeah, Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens is the GM now. It was Danny Ainge. It was Danny Ainge. We called him a genius. Now it's Brad Stevens. Because, they've been able to keep this team good despite all the turnover and, getting Kemba and Gordon and Horford and all of them failing. But they haven't won. So, the Lakers doing these bozo moves like they have been, but they won. So,
But then what did it's... I mean, yeah, they won.
I think it's worth it. I think having a couple bad years to win a championship's worth it. I do. Knicks have been bad for 30 years. We haven't won a championship.
Yeah. But again, you get rid of the core to get Anthony Davis. Nice. It pays off. It pays off. But now you also get rid of a lot to bring in LeBron. You get Anthony Davis. Now it's not looking good. You got to assume they don't stay the duration of however long they're supposed to be there, right? So now the future of the Lakers after that, with no type of stability, it's going to be tough for them.
It is.
It's going to be tough, really, really tough. And this is going to be a harder rebuild after the Kobe era. A lot harder.
I don't know, man. They were really bad.
I don't think so because top of
they were really bad.
They were.
They'll never change the fact that they're in Los Angeles
and that they're the Lakers. The Lakers were a terrible team, and they were able to go get LeBron as a free agent. That's the thing that they're able to do for being the Lakers.
If it's not LeBron, it's Kobe. Yeah. If it's not Kobe, it's Shaq. If it's not Shaq, it's
you're able to do that.
So. No, and I understand that. I'm just talking about this day and age, the way it's looking now.
But here's the thing too. There's no reason for us to be focused on the Lakers, right? LeBron's amazing and we love him. There's not a single reason for us to be focused on the Lakers. Because there are so many good teams in this league. If you look at the East right now, it is absolutely loaded. The Cavs are 10 games above 500, and they're the 6th seed.
Right.
They're the 6th seed. This is the best 6th seed I've ever seen in the East. And
It's crazy because early in the year we were saying, with like a week or two into the season, we're not really talking about NBA yet. We see the Cavs and we're like, cool. How long are they going to be there?
Well, they're playing a brand of basketball that keeps you there. And if
Yep,
you remember, we
absolutely.
did talk about this early in the year, and I said the Wizards are going to suck, and I think the Cavs could still be good at the end of the year. And I
Yep.
said that because I know how the Wizards play. They play Bradley Beal ball. I don't care if they were 10-1. I knew they were going to be terrible. They started 10-1, and here they are at 26-38. I knew better. Or 29-34.
Yeah, there was not an
I knew
ounce of
better.
hope for them.
Yeah, I
Not
knew
an
better.
ounce of hope for them.
And, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Another guy that had a pop-off performance that we need to talk about. For me, we've said it a bunch of times, this is my MVP front-runner, year 2, Nikola Jokic. Bro, this dude, here's the thing with Jokic, right? When you do anything and the only other person to do the things you're doing in history is Wilt Chamberlain, you're doing stuff right. Because guess what? Wilt was the best athlete of that entire generation, playing against a bunch of bozos. Now Jokic is playing against not bozos, doing those things. Are you kidding me?
Can we just read his stat line real quick?
Yeah,
Wait, please do. Please do.
46 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks.
Please read the field goal percentage, because that's the
72% from the field.
46 points on 72%. What?
This is a 7-foot, damn near. How many pounds does he weigh? I don't know. Damn near 300.
He's got to be like 240.
He's 280. 284.
The guy.
Oh my god.
284, 6'11".
To move like how he moves and to do what he does, to pass the ball like he does, I don't think we've seen that before.
No. This is a couple hours ago now, but before we were just kind of talking about it, and I was saying, like, if Jokic is healthy for another 10 years and plays relatively close, give or take what he's doing now, you can minus 5 points per game, and I'm still really happy with the type of production he's doing. And the cool thing about him too is even if he gets hurt and tears an ACL, or God forbid, but he's still going to be fine because he doesn't rely on athleticism. This isn't a Derrick Rose, Jabari Parker thing where they get hurt, their ACL's gone, and they have to change their game. That's not what this is. So if he stays relatively healthy, and by that I mean just not missing games and missing years, next 10 years or so, what's to stop Jokic from being a top 10 player of all time? Like, legitimate. Like, maybe a championship? Maybe?
And I brought up the point that he could end up being one of the best big men to ever play. Like, obviously, Shaq, you would have the most dominant. Kareem, you would have just automatic points, no problem. Yeah. Dominant scorer. But all around, best big man to ever play? Who else?
Yeah. For like
who else is going to put up these numbers?
Still put Kareem, but like, it's an argument.
But was Kareem almost averaging a triple-double?
And none of them could pass.
So it's like, you scoring at a high clip, you dominating and bodying people at a high clip, but everything else across the board, nobody's doing it at that size.
Yeah, it's too soon to say it, but we're just projecting.
Of course,
we're just projecting. Like, that's all.
Of course,
we're not psychos. I promise.
Yeah,
this is just like this is something we've legitimately never seen.
No,
and there was a weird little instance there in like 2015-14 when the Warriors were really, really good. And, Clay, Steph, and Damian Lillard are popping off, shooting logo shots. And we kind of look around and we're like, man, there's not a single good big man in this league.
Yeah.
And everybody is shooting half-court threes. Basketball is never going to be the same again. You fast forward 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and
here we are.
The 3 of the 4 best players in the league are power forwards and centers. Yeah. It's awesome. It's
so cool.
I don't know how that happened, but
yeah, for years people have been saying, "Oh, it's a guards league. It's a guards league."
And it is, but
it still is.
It is, but that kind of made it seem like we're transitioning away from big men. You know what I mean? That's what kind of like I got out of like, oh, this is a guards league, and everybody should learn how to shoot and learn your shot. And if you're big, you can't dominate in the paint. But hey, it's happening right before our eyes, and I love to see it. Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. It's amazing to see. I love it.
And the three names you say are all front runners for the MVP.
Those are probably the 1, 2, and 3, and the only reason LeBron's not there is because Lakers are actually terrible. So if they were any good, he would probably be first. It's crazy, man. I mean,
it's insane.
These guys are so much fun to watch. Giannis is already a 2-time MVP and a Finals MVP, and he won the 2 before last year, right? So the last 3 MVPs have all been big men, and this year it's going to be again.
Yeah.
And so, you mentioned guard league, and I actually like that term because I don't think it is. I think it's a skill league now. It's become much more of a skill league, and
that I can get down with.
Yes.
I can get down with that.
Like, is there legitimately anybody more skillful besides LeBron, because he doesn't count? It's like duh. Than Jokic in this league. Is there anybody more skillful? I don't think so, because he's the biggest. He's probably the slowest guy on the court at all times. I'm not saying he's slow, but like, it's just what it is. He's 280. He's probably the slowest dude in the court at any given moment. But he's running a point guard.
Yeah.
8 assists a game. I think that's like in the top 20 in the league this year.
Yeah.
It's
his passing puts him over.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets better defensively too, which is cool to see him still getting better.
I think it's the fact that he plays in Denver. Probably like he goes under the radar because like
it does.
Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah. Denver, they're way up there in the mountains. They're not. Nobody really cares about Denver. But
bro, that's the thing. You put Jokic in a big market.
Imagine that man in the Knicks. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Bro. Not even just for us to enjoy that, but just like.
Like you put Jokic in the Garden, in the Mecca.
I think the Knicks.
Him doing that every night.
It's crazy.
Knicks still find a way to ruin it.
They will mess it
up. 100%. We were talking about Zion earlier too, and we're just like, when Zion becomes a Knick, it's somehow gonna flop really hard, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think if Zion comes to the Knicks, it'll be good because
it's so weird that you included if there.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. It is definite. You're right.
Yeah, it's very in the cards already.
It's happening. Did you see the interview of like how they asked him about MSG? He goes, "Oh well, I'm glad you asked. Well, I love it there. Other than it's my favorite place to play. Other than the Smoothie King Arena, of course. But I love it there. It's amazing." He was like, "Oh, his face was hilarious. Oh, it's funny you asked."
Dude,
but
do you think anybody enjoys playing in the Smoothie King Arena?
No.
And and here's the only reason I say that. When I was in New Orleans, you should go check out that vlog. I tried to see if there was a game in town, and there wasn't, so I was kind of looking before and after. The most expensive ticket I found was $36.
Expensive?
Yeah, and like obviously like the court side weren't listed because like those are people own those, so that's like other sites, but the most expensive ticket I found was $36, and it included a free drink.
Wow,
that just don't even make sense.
No,
$36 in the Knicks game will get you a half hot dog. Not even a full one.
It's the worst glizzy you've ever had, either.
Yeah, actually, they got good food. It's high quality.
No, but it's the half, so you know.
Oh right.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. That'll get you nothing.
No, so like, how are you supposed to get hyped up about that? Nobody's going to your games. Why does New Orleans have a team? They're a one-horse town. They like football. That's it.
Just go ahead, ship them to Seattle.
Go to Seattle.
Do everybody a favor.
I think they're gonna just add 2 teams. There's gonna be 30. I think there's gonna be 32 teams in the NBA.
Yeah, there should be.
No.
Now hold up. I've actually been really big on the fact that I don't think Seattle deserves a team.
They did like kind of abandon them in their
fully
years,
right? And they abandoned them so much so that the Oklahoma City Thunder literally don't claim the championship they won. They literally don't claim it.
That's crazy. Wait, there's a banner?
Like they have it there, but like if you ask a Thunder fan if you ever won, they say no. Which is pretty interesting. It's like that's a weird. I don't know how to go about that, but
that's weird.
Very weird, right?
Yeah.
But hear me out. Another city kind of close to them. The Thunder love their Thunder, right? Like, there's a lot of really big Thunder fans. It sucks that they're terrible now, but bro, you took away a team for football in St. Louis. Why don't you give me a basketball team out there?
I like St. Louis.
You know what I'm saying? A little middle of the country action.
That'll be hard.
Give them something new to be excited about.
Yeah.
Because, you
Shout
bring back, like, obviously, if you bring back the Supersonics now, they'll love it. They'll be like, yeah, we wanted this back for so long, because there's so many, like, fake, like, Supersonics fans because the colors were cool, but, like, nobody cared about them. They had Gary Payton, and they didn't care. They had KD, and they traded the team away.
And Westbrook.
And they gave the team away. 2 top 30, 50 players of all time. I don't know where Westbrook is. Somewhere like 50.
He definitely dropped.
He took it there.
Somewhere around there.
The big dip this year.
Yeah, he might have dipped a little bit. Cool little tidbit to switch gears a little bit. Coming into the East, the best team in the East is the Miami Heat, and they are getting one of their bigger pieces back that has not played a single game this season.
Oladipo.
A former All-Star, Victor Oladipo, is coming back to play against the Rockets tonight. Yeah. How does that impact the Heat? I mean, they already have a pretty decent lead in the East. They've looked amazing. Their defense is fantastic.
Yeah, I think this puts them straight into the... I mean, I think they were a contender before this, obviously. Like, Victor Oladipo is not like who he used to be.
Yeah.
But it still adds crazy firepower to their bench that already packs that thing. You know what I mean? Like, their bench, like, hero. Strus has been balling. Vincent has been balling.
Yep.
Martin has been balling. Deadman has been balling. Like, their bench
Deadman's been fantastic for them.
I think that's the best bench in the NBA. That's got to be.
Probably.
They're deep.
Does Duncan start, or does he come off the bench?
Duncan's been starting.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's still like a crazy, rotation lineups. Like, you could just also, like, their defense, like, if you include PJ Tucker, Jimmy, obviously Lowry, it's a crazy team. Like, Pat Riley did it again. Yeah, I think they're the favorites in the East. I mean, that's not a hot take, but
yeah, I was gonna ask if you guys put them up there for favorites, and it's hard to question it.
You know what makes me put them as the favorite?
What's up?
That Tyler Hero came into this year and said, "I'm gonna be the most improved," and he's averaging 20 a game.
He'll be the sixth man. He'll be sixth man of the year.
He might be sixth man. There's
he's not.
You think so?
There's nobody else.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody.
He's having a good year. He's having a really good year.
He took the sixth man of the year.
Right? It's so funny that this year you got Karl Anthony Towns and Tyler Hero
calling their shots.
Both talking their talk, calling their shots, and they both backed it up.
Backing it up. It's awesome.
And that's so dope. I love that.
It is cool. I don't know, man.
That's sick.
Having a team that's this deep is really fun, and you get back Oladipo, and say Oladipo's not great, right? Yeah. Oh no, we don't play him, and we're already the best team in the East. Or if he comes in and he's scoring 15 a game relatively efficiently, he's not a good defender, so that's one issue I have with Oladipo. But I mean, if he's scoring 15 a game on like 46%,
he won't.
You don't think so?
No, not on that. Like they won't have anything drawn for him.
Well, he won't play that many minutes either, probably. But like, but I'm talking playoffs. Like, he comes into the playoffs and he can give you 10 to 15. I think he can.
And that's the thing. If at best all he is just a couple of points out there while you rest the big guys, that's a W. Yeah. You can't be mad at that. As long as he's not detrimental while he's out there, he gives you 6 points a night. Cool.
Well, you know what's going to be the big factor in the Heat being successful this year? You know the famous Jimmy Butler meme from 2 years ago in the bubble when he was on the sideline just dead?
Yeah.
You gotta protect. Don't let Jimmy get to that point. If Jimmy's gassed by game 2 of the finals, come on now. And they had a really tough road to get there. I understand all that, but like, yeah, you have depth now. Like, they ran a 6-man rotation that year. They don't have to do it this year.
Nope.
Yeah, but if they do want to go far, they're gonna need a lot more from Jimmy. I mean, he is having a great season, but like his last game, he did have 21, but I think his second half was just like abysmal. So,
Well, he's also like the one issue I've always had with Jimmy is he's just not a good 3-point shooter, and thankfully they have other 3-point shooters around him. But like he's been like pretty bad as a shooter.
yeah.
He's only shooting 19% this year.
Yeah.
Wait, from the
From three,
field?
from three.
Oh,
He's shooting like
serious?
50. He's shooting like what 48 or
40,
49%,
46.8 from the field.
but not
And
even
then
20% from 3.
19.8. Yeah.
That's not what you want out of your like go-to scorer to just eliminate
No.
a full
No.
part of your game.
No.
But I mean, it's been successful for him. He's kind of been that way his whole career. So
But I don't know. Jimmy Butler as your best player. I don't know if you won the chip. I think the Philly is going to be a big obstacle in their way. I think that's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals because I don't believe in the Nets at all.
you don't believe in the Bucks?
No, the Nets. The Nets.
I know, but you said Philly's the favorite.
Oh, you're
We're talking
right,
about the
Bucks.
defending champions
They
here,
packed that thing. They packed that thing. But
and they got better.
And now, what's your Nets take? The vaccine mandate in New York might end up getting lifted, and then Kyrie.
We don't. I'm not looking at laws changing.
Okay, then forget about that. But
No.
you put Ben Simmons on there. You still don't put that.
No.
don't care. Yeah.
I don't take them. I don't take them over the Heat. I don't take them over the Bulls. I don't take them over the Bucks or the Sixers without Kyrie.
With Kyrie.
With Kyrie, I give him the Bulls.
I don't like the with Kyrie. The without the Kyrie.
With Kyrie, I give him the Bulls. I give him the
I don't know.
Bulls. I don't know. Apparently, I shouldn't give him the Celtics. Because that boy Jason Tatum, a bad man over there, he going toe for toe with KD, saying, I got the worst hair than you. He don't. But he's out shooting them.
He got the Roblox hair.
Yes, sir.
What did you drop?
That boy-
54, right?
54, yeah.
That boy Tatum doing his thing.
The most 50-point games in Celtics history, tied with Larry Bird. He's 23 years old. 23.
That's insane.
23.
He's only 23.
And if we hit record on this episode, maybe 5 minutes earlier, you guys would have heard a lot of Larry Bird talk.
Well, that's again. Let's touch into that. Let's touch into that. I didn't do the numbers before it, so this was kind of an off the dome take, but I do stand by it somewhat, right? We're gonna go 60. I started with 70. We're gonna go 60. 60% of the league currently has the best player to ever play for their franchise on their team right now. 60%. You guys want to go down the list with me and we can just agree yes or no?
Yeah,
I
I mean
think-
it's a big statement, but I think it's pretty true. It sounds true because I mean, if you throw in like advanced stats, the spacing,
Yeah.
Modern medicine, yeah, that's a true statement. Let's go down the list though. Let's check them out.
Okay, so 60%, there's 30 teams in the NBA. We're looking for one more, right? We're looking for 16, pretty much. 16, 17. So the Heat don't. I'm going to go East and West in order, right? The Heat don't. That's Dwayne Wade or Shaq, whichever you want to say.
Yeah, whichever one you want to put.
Yeah, if you want to look at the franchise guy or not. But it's not Jimmy Butler.
Shaq's on the Lakers.
Well, I think like LeBron isn't an all-time Laker, but when we get there, you'll hear my feel on that. But 76ers, maybe? I think so.
No, Embiid's there.
You think Embiid's the best of all time for that team? It's him or AI.
Pound for pound.
And then Julius?
Yeah, Dr. J. Okay, no, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Embiid.
Milwaukee,
Embiid.
absolutely.
Milwaukee, yes.
Yeah,
I'll
Milwaukee
shake.
has Giannis. He's the best ever there, right? The Bulls,
Chicago,
we're not even gonna
no.
look at, The Celtics, we just had this conversation. Jason Tatum is 23 years old. He has the same amount of 50-point games as Larry Bird. Now, I know with Larry Bird, they won a bunch of championships, and they were an incredible team back then. They had a lot of Hall of Famers, too. Also, Bill Russell.
And Kevin McHale.
Yeah, so if you don't want to say them, that's fine, but I do think that Tatum does have an opportunity to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
Not right now, but when it's all said and done,
Yeah, well, again, he's only 23, and he's done some crazy things for his team.
And that's the thing, to put him even to talk about in that conversation.
Yeah.
That
Like
says
you-
a lot.
Yeah, he would have to call me big bro. That's how young he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Cavs do not. LeBron.
No.
Toronto does not, because that is Kyle Lowry or Kawhi Leonard. Probably Kawhi Leonard.
DeMar or Vince.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say Kawhi.
We'll say
And then
Kawhi. 'Cause
Vince,
he's
and
probably,
then-
yeah.
No.
Charlotte. Yes.
Oh, wait, yeah. LaMelo.
I think LaMelo is
LaMelo.
the best player they've ever had.
Yes.
Already, which is crazy.
Yes.
So we got 2 already. Brooklyn. Yes. They have Kevin Durant.
Yes.
Yeah. Kevin Durant's, yes. Come on.
Yeah, I thought about Jason Kidd, but
No.
Kevin
No.
Durant.
Atlanta has Trae Young. Now it obviously becomes like Dominique or Trae Young, but I think Dominique was like pretty nice, but Dominique was kind of just Jimmy Butler back then, right?
Right.
He's like kind of an overshadowed star. Trae Young is like a bona fide superstar at this point.
Right.
So we have 5.
Yeah.
The Wizards got Bradley Beal. I think that's their best ever, unless you really want to count MJ for like his one season there.
I'm not counting the. I don't want to count. I don't want to count that.
I don't think MJ would count MJ.
I don't think he would either. But if you
I
do,
don't
obviously
want to count MJ.
If you don't count MJ, Bradley Beal's the best player in Wizards history.
Okay. John Wall.
He's better than John
Gilbert.
He's better than
Gilbert Arenas.
I think he's better than Gilbert Arenas.
I don't know about that.
Gilbert was nice.
No, I feel like there's gotta be somebody.
That's the crazy thing. Like,
it's Agent Zero, bro. He's definitely, bro, 1-on-1.
Bradley Beal. I'm taking Bradley Beal on like almost anybody in the league 1-on-1. Bradley Beal is like an ISO king.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's either Agent Zero or John Wall, and if you don't go either one of them,
I'm definitely not going John Wall.
It's Brad Beal.
Not enough games played. I love John Wall. John Wall was fun. You guys remember when John Wall used to like lead the league in blocks for no reason?
Bro, are we gonna say Wes Unseld or Elvin Hayes?
Elvin Hayes was kind of nice.
He was, but are we gonna say
Elvin Hayes was kind of nice.
Which one of us is gonna say it? I'm not gonna say it.
No, I think Beal might be better just because of Agent Zero's injury history. That's all, and bringing a gun to a locker room. That
you do lose points for that.
You lost the point.
You do lose some points.
Beal takes it over.
Okay,
right, we'll take it. Yeah.
The Knicks, no.
No.
The Pacers do not. That's Reggie.
No.
Detroit is a really weird one.
No. Isaiah Thomas.
I know, but Detroit's a weird one. Like, because they have a lot of like pretty good guys, and you can't look at me in the face and tell me right now that you don't think Cade Cunningham has a chance.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No.
I'm looking at you. I'm telling you.
No. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
Isaiah Thomas?
Bro, Cade Cunningham might be nice. Isaiah Thomas is all-time great. I understand that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's I know. I understand. But, like,
okay.
Give the guy a chance. The Magic don't.
We're going to give him a chance.
We're going to give him a chance. The Magic don't. Now, it gets really juicy when we get to the West, right? The East is kind of weird because they have a lot of storied franchises. The West do not.
Right.
Phoenix Suns.
No.
Chris Paul is better than Steve Nash.
Okay, but this version of Chris Paul is not better than
that's not the question. It's the best player.
Jesus.
That's the thing. It's not the version, it's the player.
Back-to-back. Didn't he have back-to-back MVPs?
They were objectively some of the worst MVPs of all time.
Don't bring up that talk.
Yeah, they were pretty bad MVPs.
Still won it.
All right, so you either got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, or DeAndre Ayton. If you want to make an argument for any of them,
Chris Paul or
just saying.
I think if you're looking at top point guards of all time, if you give me a list of the best point guards of all time, are you putting Steve Nash above Chris Paul? Because I would.
What? I need a more specific.
The best point guards of all time. The best players of all time. Best players of all time. I think Chris Paul's better than Steve Nash. I think most people would agree with that. Right?
Defense. His defense puts him over. You're right.
He's like literally, if you wanted to put a point guard in a test tube and make one, you'd get Chris Paul.
His defense and his handles put him over Steve Nash. Right.
And longevity.
the Suns version of Steve Nash is better
Of
than the
course. Oh
Suns
yeah,
version.
yeah, yeah. But that's not the
Right,
question though. That's
clear
not.
that out. Clear that
Yes,
in there.
I can agree. Golden State,
Okay.
duh.
Easy.
Yeah, Steph.
Easy.
Memphis Grizzlies, they do. They have the best player they've ever
The
had
best player
on this
they
team.
ever had on this
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
Bananas that Ja's the best player in Memphis history, but like the other options you have are Marc Gasol, Rudy Gay, and Zebo. Like that's it.
No, but those are
Those are
good
those are
list.
great. Those are good names, but they were
That's
never
a good
doing
list.
half the stuff Ja's doing.
No. Josh is that.
They
good.
were part.
Yeah.
They were like wheels or cogs to the machine. Where Ja
Right.
is the car.
It's the whole engine.
He's the
It's
car.
the whole engine.
Yeah.
Right. No, yeah, Ja's
The
there.
Utah Jazz. It's an interesting one. It's a no, but it's an interesting one.
Yeah, it
it's
is
a no.
interesting. But
It's a no. But like
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell is looking like a guy. But it's a no
Yeah.
right now. It's a no right now.
Yeah.
He could definitely get there.
He could definitely get
Without
it.
a doubt.
No. Yeah.
This one's blasphemous, but I'm gonna stand by it. Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic is the best player they've ever had. It's blasphemous. I love Dirk.
Big. That's big. But yes, you're right. Luka's just that good.
He's that good.
Yeah.
But Luka's doing everything that Dirk can't. What Dirk did, he did fantastic.
Yeah. The Luka's Mavs LeBron.
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
I mean,
Yeah. I like
LeBron's
that.
better than Dirk, so yeah.
Now
Luka.
let's be fair.
Dirk is-
This Dallas team is much better than those Cavs teams were. Those Cavs teams were basura. But
And he still took him to the finals.
yeah.
But then again, so was the East was trash. Anyway.
Exactly. Well, the West is bad now, so look at that. Denver. Yes. Right? Nikola Jokic is the best player they've ever had.
Yeah. Who else is on that list?
Carmelo, you have it. You have
Mutombo.
You have AI. You have Mutombo.
Nene.
It's a
Nene.
weak list.
It's a weak list, but like AI is obviously really good.
Yeah, but Nuggets AI. I know we're doing players.
But
but
yeah,
still.
it's just in general. But like, if you're putting,
Yeah,
like, there
Jokic
is
is
projection in here, which kind of sucks because projection is kind of weak. But it is what it is. You have to. I mean,
mean-
these guys are 24.
Yeah.
Jokic is the best they ever had.
Yeah, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Easy.
I think they do.
See,
I
this
think
is
they
where-
do. We
this is where
disagreed
it-
with this, and that's fine. We're allowed to disagree with this.
this is where
That's
it's
the fun in this. I think they have the best player they've ever had.
I think Kevin Garnett is not a lot better, but he's better. That's a 2023 block monster. And he put him on the map really.
What map? When he left and went to Boston and won a championship?
I mean, but he was still he was kind of like their first.
Yeah. He was there. Him and like Sprewell were like their first like good
Yeah,
players. Ever.
Kevin Garnett,
Yeah.
Sprewell, Love, and now Cat. Yeah, I got KG. It's really close.
Also,
They're
Kevin
right
Love.
there- they're right
Kevin
there.
Love can be in this argument too.
Also, you're talking about you're not
Stat
even
Pat or
talking about
Kid Love over there.
because you're
Double
including
machine.
Celtics KG, right? It's like player, the whole player KG. So you're including
Yeah.
the.
It's
most
their
KG.
career. It's their career. It's their career.
I got KG. I can't leave KG off that.
Because again, I'm including projections. It's not fair, but you have to. And we
See,
had this conversation.
they
a couple
are
weeks
so
ago.
close. And
Yeah, okay.
same thing with the Dirk, Luka, like everything that KG did or couldn't do, Cat can do. KG wasn't a shooter.
Amazing shooter.
KG could give you a little mid-range shot. He could pull up, but he not going from deep.
Yeah.
Cat could play some defense. Cat could get those blocks.
Yeah.
Cat could do all that. So
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's
I
not
don't
fun.
like it.
It's not a fun
I
game.
hate it because
not a
I
fun
like
game.
KG. That's my guy. I got a
Numbers-wise-
Minnesota KG jersey in my closet. That's my guy. I gotta go Cat.
Numbers wise, it's Cat. Like especially if you're
I gotta go
potential-
Cat.
If you're including potential and future and longevity, Cat.
And there's going to be people that say, well, Kevin Garnett won a championship. He won one championship and was awful when he was in, like, not him, but the team was, like, pretty not great in Minnesota. So we're not going to
Celtics-
count winning in this.
Celtics fans count that chip as like a three-peat.
Dude, they
They
swear
do.
that ship was a
They do.
10-year dynasty.
They
They
love it.
hang on to that. So let's just, like,
Now
go
they do
back.
have one of the best cores. in NBA history. That core was dope.
Means nothing.
Young Rondo, Ray
Means
Allen. Paul. I understand it means nothing,
Means nothing.
but that's why they take it so like heavy.
That's nice.
Because that core was
Congrats.
so good. So it's like, oh, we were wild. No,
Congrats.
yeah, y'all were all right. Y'all were all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay. So just to rewind real quick, every team we've gone over besides the Jazz have the best team in their history in the West so far.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. The LA Clippers, yes. Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
The Los Angeles Lakers, yes. LeBron James. LeBron's better than everybody who's ever put on a Laker jersey. Maybe not fully as a Laker, but he is the best or second best player of all time, right? Yes? LeBron is 1 or 2 of all time?
Yeah.
And is the guy above him potentially a Laker?
No.
Okay. These are not fun conversations. These are not.
It's just to not say Kobe, to not say Magic, to not say Shaq, to not say.
Is.
I know, but just to not say it, it's like.
Also, we're forgetting Wilt. Wilt played for the Lakers and Philly. Is he?
We are forgetting. Yeah. Well, I mean, we already had no on Philly anyway.
Also, Wilt doesn't count. Let's get Wilt out of here.
LeBron's better. I don't care. LeBron's better.
Wilt is too good.
LeBron's better than anybody who's worn a Laker jersey. Maybe not as a Laker, but better as a player than anybody ever.
You're right. That statement is correct. Not as a Laker, but
yeah,
as a player.
and that's kind of what makes this kind of a weird conversation. But
Right. You're right.
But it's fun. The Pelicans. I'm gonna say no.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
No.
It's Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
We're giving CP the 2-piece also.
But he's an all-time great, dude. He
I
happens to play
like
for
it.
two
I like
poverty
it.
franchises.
Yeah, so
I like
KD, Kawhi, and Chris Paul, we gave them the two team treatment so far.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. San Antonio Spurs, no. No. The Sacramento Kings is a really interesting one. They have a pretty terrible.
Oh, we
star
skipped
history.
over the Trailblazers.
The Trailblazers, yes, they do. Trailblazers do. Damian Lillard's the best player in Trailblazers history.
We just gotta let it be known.
So now, re-catching back up, we have 9 of the 11 teams in the West that we've got over to have currently.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Yeah.
The Kings are a weird one. We said no to Spurs, so the Kings are a weird one. I feel like De'Aaron could be.
No.
But who is? It's such a weird. They don't.
Oscar Robinson.
How many years was he on the Kings?
Let me.
That doesn't count.
I want a 2-year minimum, and that's kind of how I've treated this for the most part too. I want a 2-year minimum.
They were in a different. They were in a different city.
Okay.
I'm going.
It was a whole different thing.
Okay.
Look like Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins.
It's probably Boogie. It's probably
Right?
Boogie. Yeah, it's probably Boogie. Yeah, I can get down to that.
Yeah.
Get down to that. Okay, no, that's fine.
Boogie.
Thunder don't, and then the Rockets don't.
Right.
So we had 9 of the 15 teams in the West. And I think we had 6 of the teams in the East. So half the league, 50%.
50%.
50%.
We said between 50 and 60.
Yeah, we said between.
No
50.
less than 50. No more than 70 is what we said.
That's what we said. That is very wild. And if you want to be even weirder with it, and we want to say like if their best player that they've ever had is still in the league, it's probably like 75%.
Right.
Because then you say yes to the Thunder, to the Kings, to the Raptors, to the Pelicans.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you're adding a good chunk of teams there. So
This is like the safe haven of the NBA. You know what I mean? Like the apex, I guess, of the NBA.
currently, yeah. The cool thing
This
is
is the
it's
best
gonna
NBA.
keep getting better.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
this
You see these
conversation in 10 years will be way different because like we'll either know that Jason Tatum sucks and Cat sucks and I was an idiot for saying that they could be better than who they are, but
That would be fun.
I will be funny because I'm the idiot who's pushing it out there, but you know, it's really fun to do these things because like you project on these guys and it's easy to say like, oh yeah, Donovan Mitchell's great. It's like, okay, well, is he better than John Stockton? Like, whoa. It's like, well, is he? You gotta tell me, like, or can he be? Like, don't tell me he's great and then backpedal when I ask you if he's great, you know?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting question, but then it's crazy to think about. But yeah, we're in the apex of the NBA.
And we're in such a good spot because the young talent. Me and Julian were working on something earlier, talking about the best players under 25 in the league right now, and it just put us in a blender.
Yeah.
And follow at _ the spectators on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to see that.
True.
But we were going wild trying to get that all together. And bro, it's so cool. The NBA is in such a good position. The young talent is just A1.
Yeah,
It's insane.
The names we had to leave off of that thing because they were 25. We're doing under 25. So the names we had to leave off of that were crazy. We had to leave off Jaylen Brown, Devin Booker, Sabonis, and I think Miles Turner.
Yeah.
And we have to leave all those off to like the young talent thing. We're like, man, those guys are only 25.
Yeah.
They're all so good. Like
It was-
Jaylen
it
Brown
was
and Donovan Mitchell are studs.
We had to leave off Donovan Mitchell too.
Yeah. I didn't say him. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's 25
Yeah.
too. Like, man.
That's crazy. Remember when they were like
Yeah.
not 25?
when they were 19. You remember when Jason Tatum was literally drafted at 19?
Yeah, and he dunked on LeBron in the playoffs
Yeah.
as a teenager.
Yeah.
Now look at this.
It's crazy. And
Crazy.
like, we look at some guys too, and we've talked about RJ a couple of times, but like he's blossomed so much this year. Because guess what?
Hasn't he?
He's 22 years old.
Like,
And he's like becoming an
yeah.
NBA player. It's like, oh wow. Who would have thought?
Yeah. It's
Who would
crazy.
have thought? You guys got anything else for the NBA we want to talk about?
Ja Morant's sick.
Yes. Very sick. Very
Period.
cool. Send tweet. He's the best Grizzly of all time. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He's very sick.
Ja-
You got
Ja's
anything for us,
something else.
Omar?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to talk more about the Knicks, to be honest with you.
Oh no! Oh, don't do this.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Knicks because they won. They had a big win, and
It was a great win.
Yeah,
Fantastic
they
win.
beat the Clippers. What did they win by? It was more than 20 or near
It's like
it.
28 or something.
Yeah. So that was impressive. And hopefully that was it was a slap in the face to Tibbs' face. You know what I mean? Because now he has to know that like play the kids.
They
Because
were
that's what
fantastic.
quickly. RJ,
Grimes.
Sims, Grimes. Wait, Grimes isn't Grimes hurt?
Yeah. But still, like he's been great.
Cam.
He's playing.
Yeah, they just went crazy. And it worked. So hopefully this makes Tibbs wants to play the younger guys. Again, RJ's looking like he grew into the man like he was destined to be. You know what I mean? He dropped 46 the other day. I think ever since he hit that game winner on the Celtics earlier this season, like it was just that final infinity stone. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he just took off since then, and I just love to see it. And I'd love to rub it in the face to every RJ hater because I saw it coming. I've never lost focus on RJ. I always believed in him.
I love that.
And
That Steve Nash blood is starting to pump through his veins.
right, yeah, that's Steve Nash's
That's a weird one.
Godson.
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 Because Steve Nash and RJ Barrett's dad were teammates on the Canadian team. Yeah, but
Incredible.
yeah, it paid off. I guess knowing Steve Nash growing up, one of the greatest point guards.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you want a trainer, Steve Nash is gonna be your guy.
If you
I
want a
know
head
whatever
coach,
we
look
talked
somewhere
about
else.
a little bit. Hey,
Yeah, and yeah, he really I could see a lot of shades of like James Harden and Kawhi Leonard in his game. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like I know obviously that's a crazy ceiling, but who knows where he could go?
If
Hopefully
he
becomes
hits
the ace of
anywhere
the
near that would be very cool.
That's what I'm saying. Randall he got to beat it, and RJ's got to just take that mantle of
He
like,
gotta
this
beat
is
it. He's running them out of
this is
town.
Randall got to go. Especially did you guys watch the Suns game?
Yeah.
Bro, we were winning. We were up 10.
I sent a
in
pretty
the
good
third.
rant to the chat.
Oh my
after that
God.
game.
Like, okay, Cam Johnson touches him, and he just
Torched.
loses it. He
Lost
just
it.
lost control, like dead
50K
ball.
fine.
Well, he got a 50K fine because one, he
Touched the
pushed
ref.
them.
Yeah.
Two, he pushed the ref or touched the ref, and three, he like ignored the sanctions that the league sent them. Like he was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it.
He's like,
Fine me
I'm
more."
good.
Yeah, I'm good. But it's just his whole attitude, especially coming off like a All NBA season last year, All-Star season, and it's just like I don't like the heart or the willpower that he's giving me. So I'm fine with him leaving and RJ being the face of the Knicks because
I was
I
out on Randall once he disappeared in the playoffs. I was like, he's not built for the high pressure. He's not, and I feel like that was a hangover into this year, and that's still in his head. He'll have a good game every now and then, but
See, I really
I think it's
I
too much for
like
him.
him a lot. I just wish he wasn't the best player on his team. Because he still
Yeah.
is. Like, RJ is getting there, but Julius is still the best player on his team.
well the thing is he's like I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful, but he's kind of like Tibbs's lapdog. If you ever see like his like press conferences, Tibbs,
Yeah.
he'll be like, "Oh, Randall." Like he loves Randall. He loves him. So like he would never throw him under the bus, no matter how bad he plays. RJ
It'll
plays
be
bad.
cool. It'll be cool in a couple of years when Thibodeau eventually gets fired and this whole Knicks team is different and it looks like different. And it's like, what, 7, 8 years down the road. And now Tibbs somehow got a head coaching job in Charlotte. And he's trying to bring in some depth. And he's bringing in Julius Randle for the reunion.
Bring it in
because
the Knicks.
because Tibbs can't stop bringing in old players. He just can't do it.
He loves it. He's
He
gonna be
can't-
Randall's
can't.
gonna be the new Taj in 10 years.
Why is
I'm
Taj
convinced
Gibson
now
on the
that
Knicks? He's actually been a good player, but like, why is he on this team?
I'm convinced that Tibbs can't really like build a team from the ground up.
No.
He needs those veteran pieces to kind of help him glue the team together and have those bits and pieces.
You know
If
why?
you give
You
him
know
a
why that
whole
is?
15 man team, it's not happening. All
You know why
fresh,
that
not
is?
happening. What?
He's a bad coach.
He's
There you
not a
go.
bad coach.
He's
He's
a
not.
bad coach.
He's a
He's a
great
defensive. He's a defensive coach, but just
He-
because you're one or the other, if you
Yeah.
can't
Bad
coach the other side of the ball,
Bad coach.
So
you're
that makes-
half a great coach.
I mean, wouldn't that just make you a great assistant coach?
Yes,
There you go.
yes, but you're a
Bad
bad
head coach. Bad head coach.
Bad head coach.
Bad head coach.
Bad head coach, great assistant coach.
Great basketball mind.
That's fine. That's fair.
He's not a good coach though. He doesn't get people like galvanized. Like, you know, people say great things about Tibbs and all that, but like then you watch a Knicks game. These dudes don't play hard in the fourth quarter. They lose. I think the Knicks are 2-11 this year when they have a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. 2-11.
That's bad. That's bad.
That's coaching. That's literally
if you're at
coaching.
50% of that, that's bad. If you're at
That's-
50%, that's bad.
That's coaching,
Right.
right? Like,
It's coaching. Yeah, because he's got lineups. Like
Because
somebody
you're not
Yeah.
keeping your players
Because
focused.
you know sometimes the team just falls apart. That happens. It sucks, but it happens. 11 times, 2-11 in those games. That means your team played well enough to get a double-digit lead, and it's been against some good teams. It happened to the Bucks. It happened to the Celtics. It happened to the Suns twice. These are good teams that they had these leads against, and wait,
Yeah, they just fall apart. They do. They really do. Yeah, I'm done talking about the Knicks. But speaking about falling,
he brought it up.
We told you not to do it.
We told you not to do it.
speaking about falling apart, we can talk about the Warriors on how they were looking like championship
They need
contenders. in
Draymond.
the beginning.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried
I
about
think
the
so.
Warriors at all.
I am if they don't
it
get
all come
Draymond back.
together.
It fell off crazy. And as soon as I feel like the turning point was when Steph needed like 16 threes to like pass
Yeah,
Ray out.
once he
like,
needed that record.
Yeah. Before that, like that whole week, like he was just struggling and honestly, as you said, Drew, like he needs
They
Draymond.
need Draymond. They need.
they
I never
need
thought I would say it.
Draymond.
I've been on the record saying this too, and I take back everything I've kind of said in the past. I've been a big Draymond hater for his entire career,
Yes.
and
He's
it's
the type of-
partially because we've never seen them without Draymond, besides like the random finals games and all that. And I kind of called that. I chopped it up to like mid, game type of season changes. But like when he's hurt for an extended period, like he has been, you can make adjustments. And Steve Kerr is a great coach too. You can make adjustments. They have not been half the team that we saw them because their defense is significantly worse. Their offensive flow is terrible now. It's like embarrassing to watch.
Yeah.
And that's been always my big thing with Steph. Steph is an amazing shooter. He's an amazing ball handler, but he has never been a guy who facilitates an offense well. And that's why Draymond and him fit so well together.
Draymond's the glue to that team.
Yeah. Draymond's the point and Steph is the two.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Steph's the best passing two of all time.
If you don't have Draymond, do you have any of those championships?
They do, like the KD ones especially. Like they get them.
The KD one.
But Draymond is such a off the stat sheet importance X factor that people won't really look at.
Well, 2015 doesn't happen, and if 2015 doesn't happen, they don't get KD.
True.
So.
Yeah.
And that's a weird Pandora's box butterfly effect type of deal, but
he could have won Finals MVP if the Cavs lost that one time 2016. If the Cavs lost in 2016, he would have won it. He would have won Finals MVP.
Although LeBron should have actually won MVP in 3 of those finals.
When Iguodala won it, that's LeBron's trophy.
Like the one that they lost, he still should have won it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the one that the Cavs lost and Iguodala won the Finals MVP.
Yeah,
because for like 5 games.
Because they had to give it to somebody.
Yeah, they're like, all right, here you played good. You held LeBron to under 50 twice. Here's your Finals MVP.
They really gave an MVP to the primary defender of a guy who scored 46 a game.
Yeah. They're like, it's insane. They should have just gave it to LeBron. But whatever.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't need another one.
That would be.
But yeah, I'm worried about the Warriors a little bit if they don't get Draymond back and he's like healthy and like up to game speed. If he's obviously back to game speed, it's not so much of a worry. But
is there any timetable on him right now?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I do know
I'm going to check right now.
I don't know.
I do know he injured his back, so even if he does come back, that's a big injury to come back from. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
and that's why I mentioned if he comes back healthy, like.
I don't know.
He got hurt the 21st, and they said about 3 to 4 weeks. So in theory, he should be back by the end of the month. In theory.
Hopefully he's back, and hopefully he's healthy, and that'll really help this team because they're in third now. I'm pretty sure, or they're like a half a game up.
No, I think they're 6. No.
The Warriors?
Oh no! Wait.
They're either like a half a game up on second or they're in third. But Memphis is like right there.
Yeah, Memphis is right there. That's crazy. I thought the
Warriors were. Yeah, they're both 8 games.
Yeah.
So
and it's crazy because both those teams are led by point guards, and Ja happens to be the best in the league this year.
And now here's the thing: wild timeline. Warriors somehow get down to 3, maybe 4 because the Jazz are only 10.5. Well, they're only 2.5 back from the Warriors. If the Lakers get on any type of run and they're able to get the 7, you got first round Lakers Golden State.
If the Warriors are the 2 seed?
If they end up being the 3 seed. 3 or 4. That's interesting.
That would be interesting, but
that'd be pretty wild.
If Draymond comes back and Klay got to just play some defense, because cut him some slack. Obviously, he tore every ligament in both of his legs.
Anything that you could ever tear.
Yeah, he tore it. So his defense is like his lateral quickness isn't the same. So people are just flying by him. I mean, he dropped a couple like 20-point games, but it's not the same old Klay. You know what I mean?
No,
you're not gonna see Klay until next season. You're just getting the little.
If you ever see him back, he's a jump shooter and defender. He might never be as good.
He
And-
won't.
and-
I don't know.
I don't know. I think he'll get back. Whether it takes a year or two, not
Bro.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not
know.
saying 100%, but he'll get back. You'll see that A Clay
I hope so.
37-ish. You'll see a little bit of that.
Yeah, but I don't think we're getting 33 points in 1 quarter on one dribble. Clay back.
No,
I don't know if that happened.
no.
I don't know if that happened. I probably just made that up. But he I don't think we're getting that back. Also, lockdown defender Clay, like put him on LeBron, put him
No.
on Clay.
No.
I mean, put him on KD. It's not.
Imagine Clay on Clay.
Yeah.
Defense Clay wins every time, right?
Not this. Not post.
Well, offense
Stop
Clay
hope.
doesn't know how to dribble, so he has to. He knows how to dribble. I just like giving him crap.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I like that. No, and it's the crazy thing about injuries, right? Like you come back and like you don't know how good you're gonna be. But guys like Draymond, I think he's gonna be more or less fine. Defense
Draymond's gonna be Draymond. Like
defense might
Hopefully,
suffer a little bit, but
Yeah, hopefully he is back to at least 80% of what he was.
and if
giving
he's
them
80%, he's good. Yeah.
Yeah, because here's these two records, like with Draymond and without Draymond this season. The Warriors are 15-15 without Draymond, and they're 28-6 with Draymond. So that's a big difference. 15-15 without him, and 28-6 with him. Like that's
That is crazy. One thing I want to add before we get up out of here.
Yeah.
You mentioned 15-15. That brought the Clippers to mind. The Clippers have not had Kawhi all season, and they have not had Paul George all season. They are the 8th seed, and they've won 7 of their last 10. Something to look out for in LA.
Impressive.
Something to look out for.
It is.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys. Thank you everybody for stopping in, listening. Omar, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to get some basketball insight from our guy, Brooklyn. Appreciate you as always. Guys, if you don't already, make sure you follow us at _the Spectators on all of our socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go to our YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this on there, make sure you leave a like. It means a lot to us, and it does a lot for the channel. And we'll be back next week. March Madness. We got a bracket coming out. Be sure to join it. The link will probably go out either later tonight or tomorrow. Tournament challenge. We'll have a cool prize that we've been working on for a little bit. We got a prize for whoever wins it. And we can't wait to see all your names in there and see all your terrible brackets get busted. But until then, everybody, have a good one. See you next week.
Peace.